श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सर्वश्रुतिशिरोरत्न विराजितपदाम्बुजः वेदान्ताम्बुजसूर्यो यः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चैतन्यः शाश्वतः शान्तः व्योमातीतो निरञ्जनः बिन्दुनादकलातीतः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः मुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनेकजन्म सम्प्राप्तः कर्मबन्धविदाहिने आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। शोषणं भवसिन्धोश्च ज्ञापनं सारसम्पदः गुरोक्तादोदकं सम्यक् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। न गुरोरधिकं तत्त्वं न गुरोरधिकं तपः तत्त्वज्ञानात् परं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरु श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याभिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमुक्तं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव।
ओम हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Hari Om, and a very warm welcome to all of you. चिन्मय मिशन नागपुर की ओर से मैं पूज्य स्वामिनी जी का स्वागत करती हूँ एवं सादर प्रणाम करती हूँ. We are blessed to be in satsang with Swamini ji in this Jnana Yajna. In yesterday's talk, Swamini ji enlightened us about the meaning of the word Guru and also about the other two G's besides Guru and God, that are goal and grace. And we are blessed to receive these showers of grace in the form of this an invaluable knowledge, Swamini ji. So without taking up any more of your time, before I invite Swamini ji, I just want to reiterate, please post any queries that you may have in the chat box, which will be enabled 20 minutes before the program is over. So, Pranam Swamini ji, over to you.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha Bhavani Shankaram Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupinam Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddhasmantastham Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam Yamashrito hi Vakrohi Chandras Sarvatra Vandyate. Hari Om and Namaskar to one and all. We are on the third day of our Jnana Yajna, and yesterday we talked about the 3G and the 4G. The first 2 G's being Guru and God for our inner connection with God, Guru and God. The third G was what? The goal. And the fourth G was what? Grace. And we found that all this works when we have faith. Now, we talked about Guru Upasana and Guru Seva. So, Upasana, worship, can only be when we have what is called Pujya Bhava in our heart. And for this Pujya Bhava, what we need is Adar, Prem plus Shraddha is equal to Pujya Bhava. 3 emotions put together: Adar, respect, Prem, love, Shraddha, faith. When these 3 come together, the resultant feeling is called Pujya Bhava. Now, from Adar and Prem, which is more important for the Guru? One would say love. Love is more important, love for the Guru. But no, not really. We do not listen to people we love, and that is a fact. We love our wives, but who listens to the wife? Please tell me. All experienced people sitting over here. Yeah. We love our children, but we don't listen to our children. So, but we have value for those we respect. We have value for the words of people we respect. And therefore, Adar is even more important than Prem for us. And Shraddha, extremely important, because we must have faith in the means, otherwise knowledge will not take place. Now with this Pujya Bhava, anything we do is called Upasana. To gain this Pujya Bhava also we have to do Upasana. Guru Seva and Guru Upasana are done by seekers for tuning and fine-tuning with the Guru, for gaining knowledge. But after realization, after gaining, after Ishwar Darshan also, Guru Seva and Guru Upasana continues. With what bhava? With a feeling of complete gratitude and a feeling of fulfillment. So Guru Upasana and Guru Seva does not discontinue after realization, because the heart is full with gratitude for having got the highest, the best, the greatest. Now, having understood all of this, we said we will talk about the Guru himself, herself. So is the Guru a person? So as a person, the Guru can be of any age, okay? We have Dakshinamurti, what? Vriddha Shishya, Guru Yuva. Guru was Yuva and Shishya was Vriddha. We can have the Guru and Shishya, even the father can be the Guru. We found, relations like Sweta, Ketu and Uddalaka in the Chandogya Upanishad famous. Sweta Ketu was the son, Uddalaka Rishi was the Guru. We can have a friend as a Guru, Arjuna and Bhagwan Shri Krishna. We can have the mother as the Shishya and the son as the Guru. It's not necessary that the Guru has to be some Brahmana or some high caste, not at all. Bhagwan Shankaracharya was faced with a Chandala. And he said, whoever has this great knowledge, says what? Chandalostu satu vijustu guruhu iti esha manisha mama. He says, whoever has this great manisha, this great knowledge, that person can be a Chandala, an outcast, so to speak, or he can be a great Brahman. It doesn't matter. As far as the Guru is concerned, caste and creed and all of that is not important. Nationality, language, all this is not. It's the knowledge that they have which is very important. Okay? Chandalostu satu tvijostu. It is not even gender that is important. Great saints like Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who was his Guru? Totapuri, lady. So there is no such thing that a woman cannot be, or a man only has to be, or a jati or something like that. Not at all. Not at all. Even in husband and wife, it is possible. Maitreya Rishi and Yajnavalkya. Maitreyi and Yajnavalkya Rishi. Maitreyi the wife, Yajnavalkya the husband. Even brothers, we all know in Maharashtra, the great Saint Jnaneshwar Maharaj. And his elder brother, Nivrittinath, was what? His Guru. We all know all these stories. So this is the beauty, please understand. We should not have some fixed idea. Only a sannyasi can be a Guru or a grahasti. No, there is no such thing. A brahmachari, a vanaprasthi, a grahasti. It could be a sannyasi. Not necessarily in orange clothes, not necessary at all. Whoever has this great knowledge can be our Guru. Okay? It is not necessary they have to speak a particular language or a particular, no such thing. Or only talk of Vedas and Upanishads. No, they can talk on the Ramayana or the Bhagavatam. And the greatest of knowledge can be conveyed through different texts. Doesn't matter. As long as this great knowledge is given. They are gurus. Then we find that yes, anyone can be the Guru, but in our scripture says Shrotriya Brahmanishtha. Shrotriya means one well versed in the scriptures, and Brahmanishtha, one who is established. Because Swayam Tirtha Tarayati, one who has crossed over the river, or one who is like, let us say, in a boat, only can, if you are in the middle of the ocean, a person who is himself in the ocean will not be able to help you come out. जो भवसागर में खुद डूब रहा है, वो हमको कैसे तारेगा? Not possible. So he himself must be outside. So Shrotriya and what? Brahmanishta, one who is realized. However, supposing such a guru is rare, Shrotriya and Brahmanishta, supposing both these qualities are not available, which is the more important, Shrotriya or Brahmanishta? I'm sure all of you will say Brahmanishta. But it is said Shrotriya for the simple reason, because a Shrotriya can give us the way of getting out. See, a Brahmanishta is a realized master. I have seen some very, very great souls also. They are realized, they are in their own masti. Siddha Purusha, Baba log hote hain. But what happens? You go to them and they'll say, Arey, it is so clear, why don't you see it? I see it so clearly, the truth. And you say, I can't. I remember, once J. Krishnamurti was a very famous person. And when I was in school, I was in college. That time he used to come in the campus of our JJ College of Architecture and have his talks. And the light of Bombay would be sitting over there. I was also one of the persons, because I said, oh, something is happening, let's go. And he would stop in the middle of the talk and see. He'll say, see. See, and everyone will just keep looking at each other. But no one knew what he was talking. So, a person who's well versed in the scriptures has methodologies of system, ways by which this realization can happen. Methods are there. Time-tested, great, wonderful methods. Anvaya Vyatireka, etc., etc. There are hundreds of methods by which you can be taken to the truth. You can be shown how you can walk step by step. And therefore, a Shrotriya becomes important for us as seekers. Now, having understood all of that, we come to our what is this Guru Tattva? The Guru Stotram is a wonderful method to connect with the Guru Tattva. Okay? As we all said, that is the Guru an outside entity or is one inside? We will think about it through this wonderful small stotram called the Guru Stotram. Before I tell you about the Guru Stotram, let me tell you about Guru Gita. Because this entire, somewhere it is 14 verses, somewhere it is 15 verses. All these verses are from the Guru Gita. And what is the Guru Gita? It is said in the Guru Gita itself, what? Skande. It is a part of Skanda Purana. Uttarakhande. In the Uttarakhanda of Skanda Purana, Sanat Kumar Samhita portion of the Uttarakhanda of what? Skanda Purana. And it is said also further what? Uma Maheshwara Samvade. It is a dialogue between Uma and Maheshwara, Bhagwan Shiva and Parvati Sakshat. That is why I have them here with me. Sakshat Shiva Parvati Samvada. So, now, in the good old days, when they used to have this big, huge rituals, yajnas or satras, they used to call them, it used to go on for months together. In the evening time, the morning time is all devoted to those upasanas, rituals, homas, etc., etc. In the evening, they used to all relax. Nowadays, after dinner or something, we all relax with Netflix. So in those days, they used to relax how? So they used to have this satsang, it used to call kathakars. And all of them, even those great rishis used to sit. And the kathakar will give a wonderful, from the Puranas, all the stories. So all the Puranic stories come like that only. It's Suta and the rishis. Even this, in the Skanda Purana. So this Guru Gita starts with the rishi sitting and asking Suta, please give us knowledge by which we can come out of samsara bandhanam. This is the question they ask. And especially, please talk about, we have heard this very great thing called Guru Gita. Can you tell us? Now, please remember, whenever we say Gita, immediately to our mind, what? Bhagwad Gita comes. Is it true or not? But there are many, many Gitas. Gitas are spiritual dialogues between the Guru and Shishya, okay? Gita means a song, but it doesn't mean a movie song. Okay? You're not talking a movie song. We're talking about what? A dialogue between a Guru and a Shishya. This is what a Gita is. So there are many, many, many Gitas in each of the Puranas, in our own, Itihasas and all. There are many, many Gitas. So Guru Gita, the Rishi says, we have heard of something called Guru Gita. Please, can you tell us? What is this Guru Gita? So the Kathakara says, okay, I will tell you. Now from a story comes. It's the style of the Puranas. So what happens? He says, oh, at one time, Kailasha Shikhare. In Kailasha, Parvati ji and Shiv Bhagwan were sitting. By evening time, whatever time, they were sitting. And that time, seeing that Bhagwan Shiva was in a nice relaxed mood, Parvati ji asked him a question. He says, I am wondering, the whole world worships you, Brahma, Vishnu, all of them come and worship you and do namaskar to you. But I see that you also do namaskar to someone. So in my mind, there is a question. The whole world does namaskar to you, but whom do you do namaskar to? I don't know. Definitely it is not to me. So I want to know whom you are doing namaskar to. And Bhagwan said, I do namaskar to the Guru. So he says, yes. Then please tell me, see, if Shiva is doing namaskar to the Guru, what must be the glory of the Guru? So immediately she says, please tell me Guru Mahatmyam, the greatness and the glory and the Mahima of the Guru. Please explain to me. I really want to know. Who is this Guru? Why is he so great that someone like you also does namaskar to the Guru? And I heard that you only are the Adi Guru. And which Guru are you doing namaskar to? I want to know. And then when all this was explained, was told, then what happened? Bhagwan Shiva started giving the knowledge of the Guru Gita. I really urge all of you to read this wonderful, wonderful text of the Guru Gita. In this ashram over here, we always do it on 8th of May also, Guru Purnima Day also, 3rd of August also, because it is a very, very beautiful, great text. And all the verses of the Guru Stotram are there in the Guru Gita. Okay? So it is not an original composition. Guru Stotram is not an original composition. It is part of the what? Skanda Purana. The verses are taken and compiled and put together as the Guru Stotram. Okay. In the sense, like, you have a whole cricket match, and in the end, or that day in the news, they'll show you the highlights of the match. Isn't it true? When there is a catch or a, clean board or something like that, that only they will show you. Or if you are interested, sometimes some people are interested. Like, for example, I'm interested in football. So what would I like to watch? So I would like to watch, there was a great footballer, probably is, I don't know, called Messi. Okay? He wasn't a messy guy, he was too good. So I would like to see all the goals shot by Messi. This Sahara. I want a compilation. And now it's all available. You go to the YouTube, you click there, the best of Messi is available. Or if you like tennis, the best of Roger Federer is available. Oh, I love to watch that, the way he... So, similarly, the entire Guru Gita with so many hundreds of shlokas, can you give me some essence of it? Of Guru Mahatma, who is this Guru Tattva? Who is this Guru? What is Guru Tattva? Can you please tell us? So instead of reading some 200, 300 odd verses, what do we have? We have 13 or 14 verses, which are called what? Guru Stotra. Okay. See how beautiful it is? To get the essence on the essence of everything. So, through this, we will understand what is Guru Tattva. Is the Guru outside? Is the Guru inside? In what form? Actually, who is the Guru? We have already seen about the guru outside, etc., and so many different types of gurus, etc. But now let us understand the tattva of the guru. Guru Stotram does not describe, one man is there and some person is there, or some, this is some story is there. That is not described in the Guru Stotram. In the Guru Stotram, Guru Tattva is explained. Are you understanding? Most of the time we understand Guru not as Tattva, but as what? Person alone. So whenever we are thinking of Guru, immediately what comes to mind? One Mr. or Miss or someone, some Swami or some. Is it true or not? The minute we think of Guru, what do we think? What is our idea? Some form, some person. And then we become all bhava. It's always with that form. And we remember some story, oh, he looked at me, he gave me laddu, or he this, and oh, how kind he was. I know, I have met many people who talk about Gurudev. We wanted to compile Manifesting Divinity on education, and we went to so many schools and we asked so many teachers, because Gurudev had come so many times to different schools, and we used to ask them, give us something, what did he say? All of them, I was, it was very interesting. When we would ask them, and they would say, when he came, he looked at me. I said, okay, fine, he looked and what? No, he just looked at me. Okay, afterwards he looked fine, very good, I'm happy that he looked at you, and you're very happy that he also looked at you, I'm happy. But then what? No, he just looked. It's not a story. Fine, it created a nice moment in your life, it gave you some greater peace, and you still remember it with a lot of fun. Or someone will say, Gurudev came and all, and I gave him a glass of water, and he himself took it with his own hand, he gave me laddu. Are you wonderful? I'm so happy he gave you a laddu. I'm so happy, that's a wonderful memory. Please keep that memory always. But so what? Are you all with me? So therefore, very important thing, in the Guru Stotram, they are not talking about laddus. You understand? Or any such thing, or some incident, or something like that. That is not talked about. Even the whole Guru Gita doesn't talk like that. The Guru Gita tells you how to respect a Guru, how to do Guru Upasana, what is Guru Tattva. Only such things are described in the Guru Gita. It is important in the initial stages to get attracted to a personality. Very important. A personality is extremely important initially, but we have to get to the what? The entity behind the personality. That is extremely important. Later on, our relationship must not just be with the personality, but what? With the entity behind the personality. Am I with you? All of you? Yes, initially, yes, to attract the personality is very attractive. That's why Akarshanam, Gurutvam, that is important. It should attract. We should, initially a person is that outside person, a living person, a person whom you can relate to, a person who is, with us, some special relationship is formed. All that is extremely important. I do not dismiss that. I do not undermine the importance of it. I think it is extremely important. However, at a point of time, we have to what? In our own maturity, as we grow within in our spiritual life, we must connect to the what? Guru Tattva. And that is why the Guru Stotram does not talk of the personality of the Guru. The Guru Tattva talks about the entity, the truth of the Guru, the Guru Tattva. We will start with the first verse, and then I will try to explain what is being spoken about. Let us see. We will read the shlokas. Please repeat. 1/4 part of the shloka will be said, and all of us will repeat, and that way we will read the entire verse.
Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena
दर्शितं येन
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। My namaskar to that Guru. Who is that Guru that you are doing namaskar to? Tat padam darshitam yena. What? That Guru who indicated, darshitam, दिखाया, जिसने ये पद को दिखाया, ऐसे गुरु को मैं क्या करती हूँ? नमस्कार करती हूँ। जिसने तत् पद को दिखाया, ऐसे गुरु को मैं नमस्कार करती हूँ। The one who has shown tat padam darshitam. What is that tat padam? It says, akhanda mandalakaram vyaptam yena characharam. Vyaptam, that by which the entire world, charachara, the srishti, the whole world of chara means moving, achara means not moving. The whole world. And what is this world? Akhanda mandala. What is the form of this world? That is being pervaded. Akhanda mandala. The tattva is what? Akhanda. Partless. Okay. The form of that tattva is what? Akhanda. Meaning what? Undivided and undivisible. Vyaptam, pervaded. The whole universe is pervaded by this tattva, which is what? Akhanda, akara. Now, if we want a similar, anything which can be like compared to this padam, then you have to call it space. Space is all pervading, space-wise. Is it true or not? Can you make part of space? Actually not. Even though you will say this is the room space, this is spot space, this is outer space, isn't it? We say, Jeff Bezos has gone to what? Outer space, right? You all know, this rich man has gone to outer space. We call it outer space, we call it inner space, but is space divided? Even when you say this is in the, like I'm saying, this is enclosed space. But am I really enclosing space? Space is like that. This is coming in between. And even where my finger is and everything is, space is there. It cannot be broken. It cannot be divided. उसका खंडन कर नहीं सकते हैं. उसको खंडित नहीं कर सकते हैं. वो हमेशा क्या रहता है? आकाश अखंड रहता है. Another beautiful thing about space is what? It is unrestricted and unrestricting. What? Unrestricted and see, however much, wherever I put my hand, there will be air resistance, okay? Air can resist. If there is a solid thing, that can resist, that can provide, this friction is there, where the earth is there, all this can provide, but space does not restrict anything. That emptiness of space accommodates air and all other elements. It itself, it is not that space says stop expanding. No, you can expand as much. It does not feel competition. You are expanding, you will become all pervading. No, you can keep on expanding in space, and space says, I will still accommodate you. I am all accommodating. Is it okay? So it says, that tattvam, Guru tattva is what? That all pervading truth. जिसको हम ब्रह्म कहते हैं, आत्मा कहते हैं. ये श्लोक आप प्लीज रट लीजिए. पूरा श्लोक भी नहीं, एक लाइन उसकी है, रट लीजिए. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्ति भेद विभागिने. ईश्वर, गुरु और आत्मा, ये तीन नहीं है, एक तत्व है, अलग भासता है. यही बात आप ये पूरे श्लोक से आप समझेंगे. All these shlokas will make us understand only this tattva. What? I'll be taking these shlokas at 3 levels. One is as Brahma or Atma. one as Ishvara, and one as a person or a personality who gives us inspiration about this thing. Okay? Akhanda Mandalakara. That Atma is unrestricted, unrestricting, all-pervading. It has no competition in terms of its pervasiveness. It is spaceless and therefore all-pervading. Remember, these words I am not saying lightly. Huh? Sometimes people miss on these. What did I say? Please think. Take up some certain things and then make it part of your manana. Atma or Brahma, whatever you want to call it, is spaceless and therefore all-pervading. It is not that it has got so much space. It is like in space or something like that. No, no, no. It is spaceless and therefore Vyomatito Niranjanaha. It is coming further. Vyomati, Atita. It is spaceless. It is beyond space and therefore it is all-pervading. So, Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyam. Yena. That Tat Padam. Now, Tat Padam, in the Mahavakya Tat Tvam Asi, the Tat stands for Ishvara. So, Atma or Paramatma is all pervading. Ishvara is also all pervading. Remember that. So, the shloka even indicates what? Ishvara. Yaptam yena characharam. Tat padam. That Ishvara padam darshitam, who indicates. Why is the important word is darshitam? So here the Guru is talked about as the pramana, one who indicates. Okay, one who shows. Why is it said indicated? Because you cannot define Brahma or Atma. Ishwar also cannot be. Why? Because Ishwar is sarvagnya. His knowledge is so much that our intellect will never be able to say this much from here to here is Ishvara. Forget about Ishvara. You just go on the internet. How much knowledge is there on the internet? Please tell me. How much? Just think of the amount of unbelievable, and this is only of this time. There is from the past, so much of knowledge is still on the internet, right? There will be some knowledge, and imagine the future, how much is going to be, and all this is only a little part of this knowledge. Remember, this is only of the earth. Okay. Imagine if there are beings and all in these millions and millions of Brahmandas, and then how much knowledge would be there? Infinite. Now, how do you understand? We say Sarvagnya. So easily we say Sarvagnya. Bhagwan kaun hai? Sarvagnya. जैसे कि हमको पता है सर्वज्ञ क्या होता है. You understand? हमको लगता है सर्वज्ञ. भगवान का सर्वज्ञ, सब ज्ञान है. But how much is सर्वज्ञ? My dear, how much is सर्वज्ञ? अरे इंटरनेट का ज्ञान नहीं पता तो सर्वज्ञ का ज्ञान कैसे पता चलेगा? Are you understanding? Because we say so easily, we ask now how many stars are there in the sky. Immediately we'll say what? Countless. Have you counted them, my dear? Start counting them really. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will get really tired and say, God, I haven't counted even 1/100th of the expanse of this, and we will understand this Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Ishvara is Sarvagnya. Now you understand what is Sarvagnya. So that padam also, that Sarvagnya itself is what? Darshitam Yena. Guru takes us to that Ishwar also, who is this state, and takes us to this Atma or Paramatma or Brahma, which is also what? Adesha, Sarvavyapi Tattva. Tat padam darshitam. Because it cannot be defined. It cannot be said, this much is Paramatma or this is Paramatma. It cannot be said like that. So it can only be indicated. So the scriptures indicate the truth, and the Guru also, the words of the scriptures explains and indicates the truth, just shows us, takes us, sends us on this path to discovery of this truth. Is it okay? So here he is described as what? He is the Pramana Darshitam. He has shown us. So that is why many times the Guru is considered as a Deshika. This is one of the words, the Deshika. Darshika, Darshaka. He shows us the path to the truth. Let us go to the second verse of this program.
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
Said Ajnana Timirandasya. In the previous verse, we have said Akhanda Mandalakara. So, as a person also, you will find Guru will be like space, all accommodating. Have you not seen Gurus? Very large-hearted. They accommodate everyone. They tolerate us with all our frailties, with all. They are very accommodating. It is not that only they have partiality, only this person and not this person. No, Gurus never have such thing. They accommodate all of us. They are like space. All, like they have no resistance towards anyone. They don't oppose as such anyone. And here it is said very, very beautifully. I love this. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya. So, it is said here, Ajnana Timira. Timira here means cataract. You all know what the cataract does. It solidifies the lens. And because of that, what happens? Sometimes the vision gets blurred. Sometimes you have what is called floaters. Only those who have had this experience will know. So you will feel some black type of a thing floating in front of your eyes. It comes and it goes. Sometimes what happens that you start having double vision. You start seeing two things. You see some black spots or something like that. So many times you say, "Arey, there is some dirt in my food." There is nothing. It's just that something is wrong here, not here. It can happen. The vision becomes blurred. And if it continues and it is not treated, there's also a chance that you can go blind. When the condition becomes this becomes completely opaque, and you can't see anything at all. So it says, Ajnana Timiraha. What? The ignorance is like what? The cataract. Andaha. When the worst case scenario is what happens? You become like that. See, colors our vision also. Raga and Dvesha. Don't they color our vision? Yeah. When you see, someone you love, you only see good things in them. Someone you hate, you only see bad things in them. Colored vision, I'm telling you, however much good the other person does, you will never see them in good light. You will only find fault in whatever they do or whatever they say. We may not say, you see, we are very Mahapurushas. We never if you ask you dislike a person, no, I don't dislike, no dislike. But anything, we only see faults in them. If you see only faults in someone, remember in your heart you have dislike. Have you understood this? How do you know you have liked it? Because we are Mahapurushas. We will confess to nothing that we have wrong. Only the other thing we can see very easily something wrong. But in ourselves, we can never see anything wrong. If you keep finding only fault with whatever the other person does. If a person does good also, 1 second we'll say, and next second we'll say, it's all this. Understand that what? Inside our heart we have what? Dislike for that person. We may not say it, but we have dislike for that person. So our whole vision is colored and blurred, and sometimes attachments and all really cloud our vision. Is it true or not? It clouds and we are not able to see what is right in front of us. We are not able to see. It clouds our vision. Ajnana is like that. Dhritarashtra is a classic example. Vidura used to tell such wonderful, great things to him. So many people told him, very nice, very good advice, and he would say also, yes, I see. So it's like the wind is taking out the cloud for a minute. Yes, I see. And then immediately what happened? Duryodhana used to come in front of him and complete cloud again. So he was not just physically blind, but he was blinded by his attachment, which arose out of what? Ignorance. So Ajnana Timiraha. Are you understanding? So what is the solution for that? Nowadays, what do? We get a cataract operation done, replace it, and all of these things are done. So, in the good old days, what they used to do, there is a Shalaka Tantra. In Ayurveda, there is a whole section of the Ayurveda which deals with the eyes and the cure of the eyes. They make certain type of paste, anjana. See, one of the anjana that all of you probably know, being in India, we used to put kajal, right from childhood, to make the eyes, Nowadays, we only do it to beautify ourselves, but in the good old days, they used to put the kajal, they used to make it at home many times, with all the different ingredients, and then they would put the kajal to make the eyes what? Brighter, the light better and greater. Not just to make the eyes look beautiful, but for actual. So there are special types of anjanas which are made, and they are not just put with the hand. They are put with certain sticks called shalaka. Shalaka is a stick with which they put the anjana. Okay. So it is said that this anjana is the knowledge and the shalaka is the guru. So when we are blinded by the sansara cataract, which is all ajnanam, timiraha, then what does the guru do? With jnana, with the anjana of jnana, with the help of the stick, what does he do? Jnana anjana shalakaya. Now see, first what is said, through the mantras, through his words, he shows us tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Okay. Now what it says, he is what? Jnana, the one who gives knowledge. Now please understand, it is, we have said, who is a guru? Gu plus ru is equal to guru. Gukara andakarascha rukara tan nivartakaha. We have said this. So, one is the guru who gives us knowledge outside. Okay? But where does knowledge happen? Please tell me. Can knowledge happen outside or does knowledge happen inside? Please tell me. Knowledge cannot happen outside. Knowledge happens where? In us. Inside us. The guru can keep on talking. The outside guru can keep on talking forever and ever and ever and ever. If jnana does not happen here, then what? What will my ajnana be removed? If knowledge does not happen here, will my ignorance be removed? Please tell me. No. So knowledge has to happen where? Here. So actually, who is the guru? The words of the guru outside are there, but actually the one that removes the ignorance in my heart is the knowledge that happens inside me. So that is my inner guru. Is that okay, everyone? Very important. The outside guru leads us to the guru inside. In fact, the outside guru's role is to lead us to the guru inside. Once that is done, the shishya, so to speak, becomes independent. Still, please don't think that the role of the guru gets over. It never gets over. Okay. The outside guru will always have a place of greatest of great reverence in the heart of any true shishya. Of course, there are some who will say, "They are jnana chhod do, bye bye." वो बात अलग है. ऐसी बात हम नहीं करते. If a true shishya is there, for them the guru's role is never. For them, guru is great, and that is why in our scriptures it is said, even if you have got Brahma Jnanam, Advaita Siddhi, you never do Advaita with the Guru. He is Brahma, I am Brahma, we are both equal. Or he is Brahma, I am Brahma. What difference is there between the two? No, he will always sit at the feet of the Guru. Not say, ah, yeah, both of us are equal, let's share this. No, 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 that is not going to be possible. Okay. So therefore, remember, this is very important. Many times we only keep the Gurus outside. In fact, we push the Guru. Even if the Guru wants to come inside, we say, no, 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 you stay outside, so then I can do Namaskar, and I can do Pada Puja, and I can put flowers, and I can do everything, and I can feed you, and then I can this you. Because I love that only. I'm telling you, we never allow that Guru to. And the Guru says, no, no, I want to come inside. I want to be here with you. I want you to see my presence here, and that presence will never go away. It will be all the time with you. That outside presence, how you cannot 24 hours restrict and say, okay, fine, you are there and you are for me only and no one else. If we turn somewhere else, you feel insecure. How many of us do that? We feel insecure. If he gives attention to someone, I'm telling you, so much of jealousy and so much of this, he ate food from so and so and did not eat food from my hand. I made this. He's only giving attention to this one and not to me. And what is this? How insecure we all start feeling about all this stuff. Why? Because for us, where does Guru remain? Hello. Where does Guru remain? Someone outside. As a person, as a personality. So here it is said, no. Who is he? He's the one who gives us knowledge which removes. So the outside Guru becomes what? The inside Guru. If I have to talk in the language of Vedanta, the Guru is the Brahmakara Vritti that removes the Ajnana Vritti, the Jivakara Vritti. If I have to talk in the language of Vedanta, that is the Guru. What? Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya. And what does this Guru do? See, when we go to the Guru, it is good. Gurus can discuss anything with you. They can discuss politics with you also if you want to. They can discuss anything. Nothing wrong with it. They do discuss. They can discuss anything if you want to. That is also fine. But what should we go to them for? For this knowledge. Someone said very nicely, saying, I remember once when I was in the train, one young girl showed me her hand and said, can you tell me my future? She gave my hand. She gave me her hand and I said, your future is really bad. She says, what? My future is bad? Yeah. I said, I'm a complete stranger and you gave your hand to me, right? Thank God it's a woman. Don't give your hand away to complete strangers. Please keep your hand to yourself, okay? You don't know me. Just giving my hand, just saw this cloth. So, that someone said very nicely, some saint said, says, Guru ko bhavishya dikhane ke liye mat jao, bhavishya banane ke liye jao. What? So therefore, says here that please understand that the Guru, real Guru की सार्थकता कब होती है जब शिष्य के हृदय में ज्ञान उज्जवल होता है, प्रकट होता है और अज्ञान क्या हो जाता है? नष्ट हो जाता है. फिर क्या होती है? Once this happens, jnananjana shalakaya, once this is cured, this cataract is cured, what happens? It is said, what? Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshuhu unmilitam yena. गुरु क्या करते हैं? हमारी चक्षु को खोलते हैं. चक्षु को खोलते हैं. मैं तो only I open my eyes. No. ज्ञान चक्षु को खोलते हैं. कौन सी चक्षु को खोलते हैं? See, in the morning when you wake up, do you get up of your bed first or you first open your eyes? I hope you first open your eyes and then you get up from your bed. Otherwise, there's a problem. You know, you can fall, you can have a lot of problems, right? So when you get up also, supposing you say someone else lead me to the bathroom or to wherever I have to go and all that, even in the office also, someone lead me. Fine, someone can lead you. But do you enjoy the journey when someone is leading you? Supposing you open your own eyes, then you walk. And you can see everything around also. If you have to go somewhere, beautiful place, you can see, oh, wonderful, how nice, beautiful, enjoy the beautiful sights. So therefore, what the Guru does is a very, very important. He gives you a drishti. What does he do? क्योंकि यथा दृष्टि तथा सृष्टि, तो गुरु क्या करते हैं, हमें एक दिव्य दृष्टि देते हैं, एक महान दृष्टि देते हैं, एक बहुत उदात्त दृष्टि देते हैं. The world will remain the same mother-in-law, the same daughter-in-law, the same children, the same family, the same situation, but the way of looking is different. Jnana, unmilata. He opens this jnana chakshu. He gives us a drishti to see the whole world. Drishtim jnanamayam krutva pashyet brahmamayam jagat. This is what Aparokshanubhuti says. Make your vision what? Jnanamayi, and then see the whole world what? As brahmamayam jagat. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuhu Unmilitam. What does the Guru do? He opens our eyes. He gives us this special what? Vision. He gives us a way of looking at everything. And I'm telling you, what appeared at the beginning, just simple examples. Most of us, we feel what? If we are not wanted by the world or by people, we feel very happy. Isn't it true? What is the normal reaction? Oh, everyone wants me, everyone loves me. And then if you start understanding, my God, everyone wanting me is a bondage. So when we realize no one wants you, you become happy. Can you become happy normally like that? But when your vision changes, because अरे वही बंधन है, सबका क्या खींचते रहते हैं. I want you, I want you, I want. Oh, no one wants me. That same situation which made me unhappy at one time, that same thing makes me what? Happy. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The thing has not changed around. But at one time, I wanted to be wanted. And now, I'm happy being not wanted. Are you understanding? What a lovely, this is a freedom. See, I'm saying what all of us must be able to see. Whatever comes in our life with this vision, with this spiritual vision. What happens now? Whenever we have to listen to Vedanta, we're very good at listening, I'm telling you. Even for giving advice to others, we are excellent at that also. We're talking, Vedanta, it spouts from our ears, eyes, nose, everywhere. All our orifices brings out all Vedanta. But if one small little incident happens in our life, we are not able to look at it in a spiritual way. It's just a fact. Then we look at it in a worldly way. Why she did this, why he did not do this, why this one did not happen, why that is like that. See, हम सबको पता है कि जो भी हमारे जीवन में होता है वो हमारे भाग्य से मिलता है, प्रारब्ध से मिलता है. Even if you don't think of it as God has sent, we know it is all prarabdha, by our own prarabdha. You cannot get someone else's prarabdha. Is it a fact or not? Boliye na. Is it a fact or not? But when things happen, do we say that? We say he did, she, this one. We keep on doing that. It's my prarabdha that has brought this thing. It is my prarabdha. No, do we accept it like that? Never, never. All spiritual knowledge goes out of the what? Window. And we say, I blame this one. This one, because of you, I'm so unhappy. You are unhappy because after listening to Vedanta, I tell you, Vedanta is not easy to listen. Actually, most of us should not listen to Vedanta. Vedanta. Sorry to say that. Why? Because after listening to Vedanta, you cannot blame anyone in the world, even a little, for our unhappiness. Is that okay? Hello. And don't you feel very comfortable if you can blame someone else? Why am I unhappy? So and so. just not, I can blame everyone else because I'm unhappy. But you can't. After listening to Vedanta, once you have a spiritual drishti, then what happens? Whole thing changes. What used to be before unhappy, the same situation can become a source of what? Joy. I remember our Prempuri Maharaj, one incident I had heard about his life. He was in Bombay. Prempuri Ashram is very famous in Bombay. So once he and his another some person, devotee, they were walking. And this is the good old days, 50 years back or something. The roads, of Bombay, they used to be full of potholes and everything. So then, and it was raining very heavily, like right now the rainy season is going on. And one car passed by and water splashed from the road into the mouth because he was talking with someone and then the water went straight into his mouth. And the roads, how dirty they were. After Swachha Bharat, little bit of cleanliness is there. But that time it was like terrible. It went straight into his mouth. You know what he said? The other person who was with him, he said, like that he started doing. But you know what he said? He says, हर रोज मैं ईश्वर का चरणामृत पीता हूँ, आज मैंने कार का चरणामृत पी। Tire car. So it's just that whole way of looking at the whole is so different. Swami Ramtirtha fell into a ditch. When he got up, he used to refer to him as only Ram. He says, "Aaj Ram gadde mein gir gaya, kabhi nahi gira tha." Aaj, meaning a new incident in life. I have never experienced this. Today I experienced this new thing. I fell in the gadda. Oh, Rama. If we had fallen in the gadda, we would have cursed everyone under the sun. The government and this and whoever made the gadda and everything. My Bhagya and Bhagwan, everyone. So what is saying is here is what? That Chakshuhu in unmilitam, even worldly wise also, if you see, that entire drishti changes with this knowledge given by the Guru. So therefore, if we consider ourselves as spiritual seekers, then please view everything that happens in our life in the light of spirituality. Otherwise we are not. Otherwise we are as worldly as anyone else. Everything that happens in our life must be viewed in the what? Light? A spiritual light. Then and then only can we call ourselves what? Spiritual seekers. Chakshuhu unmilitam jena. Okay, what does he do? He opens our eyes. हमको नई दृष्टि देते हैं, जिससे हमारी पूरी सृष्टि क्या हो जाती है? बदल जाती है. Looking at everything, we may see this also and we say, oh, it's okay. For 1 minute, you will feel also something. Sometimes something happens. For a minute, you feel anger or whatever, X, Y, Z, or irritation or agitation or sorrow or whatever. It's normal and natural. Nothing wrong with that part. Then you look at it and say, "Oh my God, okay, not bad." Chakshurun militam yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. And now comes the most famous verse, which is the first verse which we teach all our children. Isn't it? It's a very common thing. Whenever you ask children to say some shloka, they will say only this shloka, the very famous shloka. Now let us see what that is.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Deva Param Brahma, Guru Deva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah, Tasmai Shri.
Very famous verse. All the children say it, and most of us, we learn it also with wrong pronunciations. That's the most wonderful thing. We say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Now there are hundreds of mistakes in this. It is Guru Brahma, Gurur Vishnuhu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat. There is between the Guru and Sakshat, there is a sa also. Guru Sakshat, because there is a visarga there. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaskar to that Guru. Who is he? Sakshat Parabrahma. Now see. First we said he is what? The Pramana, the means of knowledge. Then we said what? He is the Pramata or the Prama, the knowledge which will remove the ignorance. And now we are saying he is Sakshat Parabrahma. He is the Prameya. He is the thing to be known. He is Sakshat Param Tattva. He is not different from Paramatma, from Brahma. So that Guru is not just that outside person, not just the one who gives knowledge, not just the knowledge that happens which removes the ignorance, but he is the truth that is there as the underlying factor to all of us. Not different from my Atma. This is how to understand. Because Brahma and Atma are one. So you cannot keep the Guru separate and Atma separate and or anything separate. Guru is separate, I am separate. That separate knowledge completely goes away with this verse saying what? Guru Sakshat Para. He is Brahma himself. And Namaskar to Para Brahma cannot be by being separate. That Namaskar is being what? One with him. Okay. What? That's why this is Guru Tattva. Too many times of Guru, we say this also, it's the greatest of knowledge, we are saying it, it's the greatest of Vedantic knowledge. In this, what? Guru Stotram. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. He is one, he is my Atma. That Atma Brahma Aikyam. He is that Tattva himself. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. And who is he? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. As Ishvara, Bhagwad has these three extremely important this he does. What is it? He creates the universe, he sustains the universe, and he dissolves the universe. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. For Ishvara, they said there are 5 things. See, even Siddhapurush, great other people, they can do many other things. But these 5 things, it is only done by that Parabrahma, Ishvara only. Srishti Karta. Siddhi, Pralaya, Anugraha. Anugraha means what? Kripa. And Nigraha. These are the 5 things. But Panchakritya Parayanaha, Lalita Saraswati says. Pancha. So here it is said Brahma as what? He is the one, the whole universe, the whole tattvas, all the tattvas, the basic material that forms the whole universe. He is the one who creates it. He sustains this whole universe and he dissolves this whole universe as Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha. These are 3 aspects of Ishvara. And what does the Guru also do? In our own heart, he creates beautiful knowledge. He inspires us. I'm telling you, if you see the spiritual world, the religious world in India, all creativity, all fine arts, all sprang from religion and spirituality. Is it true or not? The dances, the arts, the music, everything came from there. All great musicians were great upasakas of God. Is it a fact or not? They invoke God and then they start their entire. They invoke their Guru. No classical dance performance, no classical music performance, no classical instrumental performance starts without the performer remembering their Guru. Is it a fact or not? You see that? All our arts, everything. They will remember their Guru. They remember the Guru Parampara. We will come to this Guru Parampara a little later. Without remembering, no one starts. We also, when we sit on the Vyaspeed, without this. And then what happens? Whatever, so many beautiful, so many wonderful, we never even think certain things. Sitting on the Vyaspeed teaches emerge. Why? Because this Ishvara, this Guru is sitting over here and giving this inspiration to wonderful knowledge and thoughts and all. So Guru Saksh, he is Brahma. Then what? He is Vishnu. He alone gives us this power to sustain things that we are doing, the good things in life, Satvik Dhriti as it's called, or to hold on to the truth. Sometimes it's very difficult. You know, when you are following Dharma, it is not easy to follow Dharma. Sometimes you are in Dharma, Samanjas. You don't know this is right or that is right, what I should do. To hold on to the path of Dharma needs a lot of strength and a lot of courage. So he is the one who gives us this. Guru as Vishnu helps us to sustain ourselves. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. And that same Guru, what does he do? Guru Devo Maheshwara. What does he do? He removes, he helps us to destroy our negativities as Maheshwara. To remove all the wrong notions we hold on. Oh my God, how many wrong notions we hold on to. So many times we hold on by because it is my notion. Not because it has got any validity, any sum and substance, but it is my notion as opposed to your. Have you noticed some small children, what they do? Whatever their parents say, they want to do the opposite. Have you noticed it? So parents are also very smart. If they want them to eat, what do they say? Don't eat. No, I want to eat. Okay. So, they won't leave their own thoughts. No, once I want this tonight. They hold on. So to the ability to give up, to give in to certain things in life, you have to give up. You have to let it go. We have to let it get destroyed. Sometimes it happens, when a person dies, tragedy. There is no doubt that a person who is close by passes away. It's a tragedy. But what do we have to do? We cannot become so, like mind becomes so consumed with that. We have to allow it to go, those thoughts to pass by. And they will pass by if we allow them to pass by. That is why Bhagwan also says, Matta Smriti Jnana Apohanam cha, the ability to forget, the ability to let it go away. Destroy. Certain things need to be destroyed. I know people don't destroy, they become hoarders. How many hundreds of things they keep in their house? Completely not necessary. And you tell them, let's take it away, take it. No. It will be some use of some use sometime or the other. In Gujarati, we have a nice saying. Sangrelo saab, par kamma avshe. If you store a snake, sangrelo saab, su kamma avshe, kutne dankwa kamma avshe. You don't need a snake to hide someone. Why people want to store it? It's not necessary. So ability to what? Destroy, leave, give up, take away. This is given by the Guru as Maheshwara. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha as Ishvara also. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha as Guru also. Brahma as what? Ishvara and Atma and Guru. Oneness also. All this is indicated in this beautiful shloka. See, these are shlokas we can keep on thinking. The more we think, the more the beautiful meaning emerges. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sometimes it's said, Guru Reva Param Brahma. Same thing, meaning is same. Sakshat or Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Now, we will go to the next verse. Don't worry, you've lost this for a little time, but it's going to come back again. Okay, fine. Then, let's go. Right.
Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinchit Sacharacharam यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः
स्थावरम जंगमम। स्थावर माने जो स्थिर रहता है, जंगम यानी जो चलते फिरता है, चर चर अचर उसका अर्थ भी वही हो। स्थावरम जो स्थिर है, जंगमम चलते रहता है। माउंटेन्स आर स्थावरम, rivers are jangamam, living beings are jangamam, and other things are what? Sthavaram. The table, the chair and all this is sthavaram. You have to make it jangam. You can carry it around. By itself it is what? Sthavaram, right? And interestingly, what you think is sthavaram, that also is not really sthavaram. You know that within, let us say, a table you think is solid, movementless, a mountain is also, you know, everything is made of what? It is made up of what? Atoms and molecules. And within the atom and molecule, how many movements are there, isn't it? The electrons are moving all around. This is a lot of movement. What you think is all solid, nothing is solid. What you think is stationary, nothing is what? Stationary. This is only what we perceive. This is all perceived like that. Nothing is solid, nothing. Everything is changing. Remember, the very fact that everything is changing, the whole world is only what? Jangama only. There is no stavaram, everything in the world. Every bit and every little bit of it is what? Jangama. Constantly changing. Yatkinchit sacharacharam. Whatever is there. Tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namah. Sthavaram jangamam vyaptam. It pervades this entire universe. Sthavaram jangamam vyaptam yatkinchit sacharach. Tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namah. Now, what is the meaning of this? See, when we say that something is moving, how do we understand movement? You can understand movement only and only with respect to something which is stationary. You cannot understand movement without a reference to something which is stationary. Right now, what did you notice? What did you notice? Lights went off. Lights came back. I was there. I disappeared for a little time. Then I came back again. And I disappeared for a little time. So you saw this movement of me being there, me not being there, me being there, me not being there. Right? My hand is moving. Now you are stationary. Supposing when I disappeared, you said, lecture khatam hua, let's go. There must be many people also, they started all this, guru kya hai re, mere ko go that. So they left also. At the end of it, you meet, you say, how was the talk and all that? I don't know, something she said. They will not know, they were not there. So any movement that is there is always with respect to something which is not moving. So that which is not moving must be there throughout the movement and the stillness of something. Is it true or not? My hand is moving. There must be something in which is not moving, and that is why you are able to perceive it. So therefore, we say sthavaram jangamam vyaptam, meaning this entire world which is there of things and beings is vyaptam by that which is not moving, which is still, which is there all the time, which was there before the movement, there after the movement, all the time there. Now, other way of understanding is, this is a very, very common misunderstanding that we have. I ask these questions. Does this mic which is there in front of me have God? Is it conscious? Is it alive? does it have the Ishwar Tattva? So many times we all feel what? अरे माइक है, जड़ है ना? देखो, जो जड़ है ना, उसमें भगवान को देखना जो इजी है, लेकिन अचर में भगवान को देखना डिफिकल्ट है. So very, very, very interesting things are there. भगवान की मूर्ति में भगवान को देखना सरल है कि लोगों में भगवान को देखना सरल है? सब जीवों में भगवान को देखना सरल है कि कई कई जीवों में देखना भगवान को सरल है? लैपटॉप में गुरु को देखना ज्यादा अच्छा है कि सामने आकर प्रत्यक्ष देखना अच्छा है? मैं ये सब क्यों कहती हूँ? Because we have a lot of notions about. See, we go into a temple, we see an image of God and all that, and then we stand in front of God and all that, and so many times, do we see God there? Is my question. When we are actually doing puja also, do we see God there? What exactly is, what actually happens here when you're doing puja? Think about it. You have 24 more hours before you come back again. So please live this. When you see people, do you see them as someone with God in them? When you see objects in the world around you, do you see them as someone with God in them? Or is it only something we listen to in lectures? Let us think about all this and meet tomorrow for thinking more about this beautiful verse and the rest of the verses that will follow. It's a lovely topic, and I'm so happy. I recognize a lot of people who are sitting in front of me, and namaskar to all of you. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityor Ma Amritangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Prayers for the well-being of everyone. Please keep safe. Hari Om and Namaskar.
Thank you so much, Swamini ji, for the insights and the guidance. We are blessed to have a Sadhguru in our lives. And as Swamini ji said, 50% of it is taken care of. Now we have to take care of the rest. We look forward to being soaked in Guru Bhakti with Swamini ji's interesting and relevant teachings. We are so very grateful to our Yagya Yajmans, Srimati and Shri Sandeep Kabra and Srimati and Shri Ashok Rathi. Chinmaya Mission Nagpur expresses its gratitude and appreciation for your generosity. We are also thankful to our Aarti Yajmans for today, Shri Prabhakar Mundle and Srimati Anuradha Mundle. Chinmaya Mission Nagpur expresses its gratitude to them as well. We have been announcing for the past couple of days about the Guru Paduka Puja, which is going to be held on the 24th of July, which is Shri Guru Purnima Day, and in the presence of Swamini Vimalananda ji. It is going to be live from 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. What you can see on your screens right now are the items that you will need, everything that you will need. So you can take a screenshot and you can keep everything ready so you can follow along as you watch the puja on your screen. Please do join in on the 24th from 7 a.m. to 8:15 a.m. Chinmaya Gardens, Coimbatore is organizing a mantra sadhana retreat, a first of its kind. It is basically 8 weeks of personal sadhana. The acharya of this retreat is also Swamini Vimalananda ji. Please do sign up for it. All COVID protocols will be followed, and the names and numbers of the concerned persons are given on the poster on your screen. Please do get in touch with them or get in touch with us in case you need any information.